Hi, I'm Astrid Mueller, illustrator and brand designer, and I'm passionate about helping women entrepreneurs and fashion startups succeed. I'm also a fashion startup myself. I'm designer of the jewelry line Possibility, where I was emerging designer at Phoenix Fashion Week last year. Today I'm talking to you to give you some branding inspiration from my branding experience. I want to talk about lookbooks and how fashion startups can use lookbooks and why should they use lookbooks without breaking the bank. That's the big thing, right? So what is a lookbook? There's a lot of confusion. Like even if you Google it, you'll find different sources that talk about this and different meanings. So basically a lookbook is a presentation of your brand that has the goal to connect you with retailers, with customers, and with press. The lookbook is often confused a little bit with the line sheets. So the line sheets are the factual ones, the factual minimalistic information that you give to boutiques and retailers which help them to order your line. Those include all the details, like the pricing, the fabric, all the everything they need to know to order it. The fashion lookbooks, on the other hand, are to create your brand image and to create emotion and passion around your brand, get people excited. They should have awesome photography and really create a mood and present your brand in the best way possible. So to give you some examples, I'm going to link some examples along with this video, but you've all been to department stores where fashion brands sometimes had lookbooks laying there to take home. Those are the kinds of lookbooks that are usually pretty expensive. They may be like expensive, thick paper, elaborate productions and whatnot, and you may think you need something like this as a startup. Well, you don't. If you have huge budget to start like a big, huge brand, then go for it. It's amazing if you can present your brand that way. But there are more affordable ways of doing it. You're probably on a budget like most startups are. So I'm going to talk to you about like how you can do this. Let me cheat real quick so I don't forget anything important. So okay, so here's the best case scenario. Of course, you can get a designer. You can do it custom for you, but you can also work with a design template. If you do that, you need to make sure though that that you tweak it, that it represents your brand. To be able to do that, you need to know your brand a little bit. So you need to know what does your brand stand for? Who are your customers? What's the passion and the meaning behind your brand? Like what's the emotion and the experience you're trying to create? So really take a moment and define your brand and think about it before you even touch any design items. Like don't go ahead and do logo and all that stuff before you really know your vision and what you stand for and your positioning. Just look into branding a little bit more, and I can help you with that on my newsletter if you're not sure. So let's assume you know your brand pretty well. You find a template and you can use that as a base. Just tweak those templates to fit your brand a little bit. For instance, I created fashion lookbook templates that you can use, and you'll find the link after this video. I set those up so that I have 4 different ones right now, and you can pick the one that is closest to your brand emotion and your brand style. Take that, then tweak the colors, tweak the fonts if needed, and let your images speak. That's where you can really make your lookbook shine. And how to do that without breaking the bank, I have another tip for you for that. So when I was at Phoenix Fashion Week last year in 2014, I made some really awesome connections and learned more about the power of collaborating. I met some really exciting people who were students at the time even, but they turned into my brand ambassadors, and we started talking with each other, and it turned out that they were the best people ever. Like one of them I met, like I have to say her name. She's Victoria Mormon. She's an amazing person, and she's also a model for Phoenix Fashion Week and whatnot. When we met the first time, I was so surprised. She came to the meeting, and I thought, well, we're going to brainstorm a little bit how we may be able to work together, maybe a photo shoot or whatever. She came totally prepared. she's like, hey, let's dream big to possibility, right? Let's do a lookbook photo shoot together. And I was totally floored. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. And she's like, yeah, I know a photographer. We can do it together with another blogger that I already had contact with. And another student colleague of hers was also interested in learning and assisting in photo shoots and whatnot. Long story short, by the power of collaboration and meeting awesome people, we got together and I was able, for my jewelry line, I was able to do a lookbook shoot where I only had to pay $100 for the rental of the hotel space plus the room and the hotel, and everything was for free. It was amazing. So if you guys are not sure if you want to collaborate, like this is one of my huge tips where you can save a lot of money, you make great connections where everybody helps each other. Keep that in mind. It always has to be like in benefit, of course, for everybody. And in my case, everybody benefited for experience and also for portfolio building. So anyway, this is one way to get a great lookbook photography for yourself. Once you have those photos, and again, those should really reflect your brand. When you have those, they will speak in your lookbook. They will really create a lot of emotion that you want to create around your brand. You can use my templates. You just fill them with the lookbook photos you got and with your text. And about the text, I have to say, if you can, try to get a brand copywriter to help you really tweak the text so that it really reflects your brand as well. That's another communication item that a lot of people don't value high enough. You really want to create images in people's head, and you want to convey the emotion you're trying to create for people. Your brand experience is precious. Make it count. So anyway, I'm going to give you guys all the link for my lookbooks. You can buy them here if you want. I could even assist you fill them, or I can create a custom one for you. But if you're on a real budget, they're starting at $23 only. You can get your own fashion lookbook with a full tutorial, real design files. So I hope this was useful for you guys. If you have any questions, email me anytime. It's astrid@astridmuller.com, or leave a comment. And do sign up for my newsletter if you're not on there yet. Like if you can use power input and inspirations around branding for startups. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you. Bye.